What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of Pursuit of Destiny podcast. It's me, Ricky Jones Jr., back again for another video, another episode, which I am so excited about, largely because I'm not by myself. If you are watching on YouTube, you see someone next to me. For those that are listening, you will hear her voice, so don't fret, don't fear. I have the lovely Miss Metrice here with us here today. I don't know, I might have said it right, I might have said it wrong. I told her in the beginning of this podcast that I've been working on saying her name the right way because I've learned it the wrong way. But to free me, would you let the people know who you are?
I am Coach Metrice.
Boom, Coach Metrice. Now you said coach, like what do you coach?
I am a health and fitness coach.
Okay. And what's the name of your business? What's the name of your company?
It is A New Me Fitness.
Okay. A New Me Fitness. Now, how did you come up with the name? Where did the name come from? When did you start? Those are different questions that's going through my mind.
The name came about when I was at a point in the journey in my life where I was trying to lose weight. And once I finally got there, I felt new and birthed A New Me Fitness because that's what it was all about.
Boom. Now you said birth, right?
Yeah.
And you just stumbling into these facts, right? You stumbling into the next day. You said birth. Now you birthed some children.
Oh yes, yes. I've birthed four.
Boom. Four sons.
4 sons.
Look
yes.
at you.
Yes. 4 sons. And I have 2 bonus babies.
Boom. And so did your fitness journey happen after you gave birth to them, or when did that start?
It actually started back in high school.
Okay.
My senior year, I actually had one of my sons. I was 16. I had him. I went back to school. However, my mom was amazing. She made me finish school.
Yeah.
No extra help. Night school, day school. I wasn't going to be behind. So my senior year, I had too many credits.
Okay. Wow.
And this is when we were supposed to graduate with 24, and now they're doing, 80. But yeah, back in the day, we were only supposed to have 24, but I graduated with like 30 credits. So my senior year, I didn't have any courses to take, and there weren't any classes. So they were like, hey, you want to do anything? I was like, yeah, let me go to PE. So I was actually able to be the teacher's assistant for weight training. And I started my goal there. By the end of the 9 weeks, I wanted to bench 135. At the end, I was at like 160.
Wow.
In high school, and that's where my passion came from. This is where it's at.
Right. And for those who don't know, 135 is like that pinnacle moment in the gym. It's like the 45 plate, one on each side, and the bar, which is usually 45 as well. And when you can lift that, like you're actually doing something in the gym.
You've arrived.
Right. That's the new stepping stone.
Yes.
If you're not there, then that's what you strive for. But then when you say you surpassed it.
Yes.
Wow, your senior year.
Yes.
And this is after you had your son.
This is after I had my son. Yes.
Boom. Okay. And so now A New Me Fitness.
Yes.
When did that begin?
That began in about 2004, and it was different because everyone had come to me for different things, and it was just like, what am I doing with this? What am I doing with this? And when I got through to after all of my children were born, I got to a place where I was a little heavy. Okay. And that's when I lost my weight, and I was like, you know what? Let's just put this in. I had one client. And it was amazing. Once they saw her results, then they just came back, and here we are today.
Wow. And now, how long did you just have one client? And I ask that because oftentimes some people want to get into the fitness world and want to be like fitness trainers and all those things, and they get discouraged, right? They try and they reach out to people, they're not reaching back, or they have a client and they're thinking, oh man, like I want 10, I want 15. I see people on Instagram having so many people, right? How long did you have one, and how long did it, snowball from there?
It was a whole journey. I had one client for probably about a year.
Yep. Okay.
And the second, maybe third year, I ended up with 4. And we went out to eat to celebrate that I had more clients.
Yeah.
But I still don't have the 80, 90 people. But I'm fine with the 10 to 12 I have because I'm okay with giving them every bit of need that they need. I can meet all of those needs, and I am not spreading myself thin because I do still work a full-time job.
Right. So what you are saying is the low numbers are fine, right? And I say low. Not that they are low, right?
Right.
I'm not doing fitness, right? But I'm saying you like the numbers the way they are because you're able to give them more of that one-on-one attention, which is necessary, right? Because that builds not only them, and not only pun intended, but it builds that camaraderie, that builds that relationship, that builds that understanding between you and them.
Yes.
Right? And so here we are. Right? We talk about passion, we talk about purpose, we talk about destiny on this podcast. What would you say are your passions in life?
My passions in life is to just get in where I fit in for the most part.
Okay.
Because I know my purpose is to make people better, to help them find the healthiest version of them so that they can fulfill and live out their purpose. So I'm just a part of the puzzle that's just going to keep on giving.
Wow. A part of the puzzle that just keeps on giving. So how is that lived out through a new me fitness?
It is in so many ways. I get to minister to the youth on Sundays through what this means and how to live this out through your faith as well, because to me they're tied together. Yes. And I also get to do this in my business, and everywhere I go someone's asking me something health related. It's just like I've been put there to answer that question. Okay, now it's time to go. Right. And it's just everything to me. So I'm now living in my purpose, and life is great. Right. Life is great. It's refreshing. It is. It's fulfilling. And relaxing at the same time.
Oh, what do you mean by that? I like that.
Because if you're doing what you're supposed to do, like the old saying goes, you never work a day in your life. When I get out in my field, in my groove of things, my clients will tell you, oh, she's going to get happy again. And once I find that place, an hour just doesn't seem like long enough to get everything that I want. And you have to remind me, we only paid X amount of dollars. We're not gonna stay out here all day with you. It's like it's not going to. But I can actually get in it, and it's just like go. So I have to be reined in sometimes.
Okay. Now, even with that, how long does it take for you to prepare the classes that you do with your clients?
Oh, because I'm so into it, I can, if I have 15 minutes or if I have 3 days, it's gonna get done. And sometimes at the very last moment, I'll get a premonition. God says they need this, and I'll clear my whiteboard and put in another exercise. But let's go. Let's go. We are. I see double digits. Let's go. That's what you need. And I always say in my course, you asked for increase this week, but you wasn't specific, so I got it right here. So when they look at the numbers and they see what we're doing as far as exercises, that's your increase right there.
Okay. Now you said course. What do you mean by course? What is this course thing?
Well, Saturdays I call my workouts courses. Nice. So we do that, and we also do nutrition because nutrition and fitness go hand in hand. You can't do one without the other. And that was something I had to actually grow to, because I was all about the fitness and had to learn you can't work out a bad diet. So coming through that's where we're going in 2022, being intentional.
Wow. So there's no that idea like I work out, eat well during the week, and I eat whatever I want on the weekend, or cheat days that multiply, where are we at with that? What do we do with that idea?
That's a great question, and that's what I get most. And what I want to say to that is respectfully, because I always get in trouble when I say that. Are you a dog? No. Why would you reward yourself with food? Or a treat?
Oh, you're right. So
when you look at the perspective of things, when you want to reward yourself, give yourself what you like. And if you like food, there's a way to do everything. There's a way to do everything. So if you like to bake and you're with that, just find a healthier version to make of that. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just saying moderation is key. And that's it. Okay. But what you do and what you offer is something that talks to fitness as well as nutrition. Yes.
Okay, and with your nutrition plans, is something that is an everyday type regimen? Is it like, hey, you should eat this based off of your body type? Like, how do you work out the nutritional plans for your clients?
Oh, they don't like the journal.
Okay.
The first thing that you're going to come to me with is a journal. Yes. I need a week's worth of what you really eat. Everything you put in your mouth, from water, soda, gum, I need the brand. And after that week, it tells me much more about you than your mouth ever will.
Yes.
Because the calories don't lie.
Okay. No, that's so true.
Yeah, the calories don't lie.
Now, how do you deal with the clients knowing that clients may lie, right? And how do you deal with them? Because I know I eat certain things that I probably shouldn't tell my trainer, right? But how do you get over that speed bump of them wanting to be comfortable, wanting them to be open enough to share such information?
Well, that's an ongoing journey. I will say that. That's an ongoing journey.
Okay.
Because people are, by nature, they're not liars. They just don't tell the entire truth.
This is true.
They don't tell the entire truth. And you have to fill out a way. But social media is absolutely awesome because most people do what?
Post their
foods. Yes, so I get to just be the troll.
That is true.
And go on and say, oh, okay. So when I look at your journal and I look at your Facebook, these two don't match. So what do we have here? Yes.
That's funny. I'm thinking now because we kind of roll within the same circles type deal, and I can think back on various posts you posted on people's foods posts, you know, with the, like the
Exactly.
And I'm like, okay, I see what's going on here. I see how it's intertwined.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
And it's not me bullying.
Right.
It's just me making notice of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's my goal in life. I want you to leave me thinking, if you have to think of me as being over your shoulder, I'm okay with that. But if also you just carry me in your spirit or whatever it is, or after you've done exercise, you feel me in your arms, I'm cool with that too. But to keep you not in check, but being mindful of what you're doing. Because if we've just worked out for an hour and then you're going to get French fries, which is something that I personally crave.
Okay.
When you go to reach for that, all that hard work you just did, are you going to negate that? Think of those things. So just be mindful of what you're doing. And we'll make it.
Right.
We'll make it.
Right. No, that's good. And I think of myself even as well. Like, I work out daily, Monday through Friday. But I honestly eat whatever I want, knowing that it's not all good, right? But I'm also now, like, mindful, right? I think as I get older, I just had a birthday not too long ago. And, you know, I'm mindful now. I'm mindful of the things that I eat. And, you know, so, like, how does that work? When do people, like, aha moments usually click for them?
When their metabolism slows down.
Okay. Yes. That's where I am. I think that's where I am.
Yes. And that's where the aha moments, and that's why I'm glad I get to work with you, where you can master your metabolism and what you know, so that when you hit this plateau, when things start going left and right and further down, south, that you know how to combat that. And that's one of my greatest things that I'm ever able to do. But to do that is absolutely great. But just, again, being mindful of what you're doing is the key to your success.
Right. No, I dig that. Now, I'm going to go back because you plugged in the fact that you're working a full-time job, but you're also running this business as well. How is that? What does that look like? Because I'm there too, right? And many people are as well. However, how do you balance that with this fitness journey and life that you live, not only for yourself, but also for the clients that you have?
It is the best part of my day, actually.
Okay. Yes. That was a great answer. I was expecting that.
Because I now have early morning clients. I work my day job, and then I have afternoon, and then I have my Saturday class. I love you, ladies. But it gives me something to be happy about. I know I have to, provide for my family, so that's my full-time job, benefits, all of that good stuff. Don't quit your day job until you're ready, financially ready. Don't do special stuff. Decency and order.
There you go.
But I love it that I get to impart in the morning. I get to do what I do during the day, and then I get to impart in the afternoon, and then my weekends are just full of life.
So fitness gives you life.
It does, but it also gives you life.
No, that's true. That's true for those that receive. Right. Oh, that's good. So when was the moment, if there was a moment, that it clicked that, man, like, this really gives me life. I'm excited about doing it. It's not work for me, but this is actually something I'm looking forward to. Someone
actually brought it to my attention, and a couple of years ago, I worked for the Department of Children and Families, and we were doing something similar, but that was my job over there. And they were like, dude, when you're doing this, you're just like, hey, it's okay. But when we're talking about health and fitness, like, you wake up. And I'm like, no, but I watched a video and it was just like, I was, okay. Because they went around recording different people doing different things. And it was just, and when I got to talking about this, it just like right now, I just feel like full of energy. We're not working out right now, but it's just.
It's talking about it.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's just amazing to be able to see what we are able to do once we get of our own minds.
Right. We as in the people that are working out and trying to lose the weight and things like that.
Yes.
So do you find yourself working with people that want to lose weight more or just want to like change body parts, body looks and things like that?
Oh God!
And if like how do you mold the two? Because obviously it's like a mindset.
It is. Yeah. It is. And some people are not mentally ready. Okay. And that is the biggest challenge of it all. And people are like, well, no, my body. No. It's not your body because your body can do whatever the mind tells it to. And if you're limited in your mind, you're going to be limited in your body. Wow. So that's basically where it is. Well, we don't use the H word. Okay. We don't use the H word. The H word is hurt. Hurt is something happens to your feelings, not your body. Okay. You are temporarily uncomfortable. Okay. Because when you're at rep 50, when you stop that rep, what happens? Your body's good. Yeah. So you're just temporarily uncomfortable. So how do you grow? You have to get out of your comfort zone. And getting out of your comfort zone is the hardest part for most people. That's true. It's not the weight. It's not the food. It's not the changing. It's not the diet. It is getting out of your own mind and being able to overcome that.
Wow. No, that's good. That's good. We don't use the H word.
No, we don't use the H word.
Wow. Yes. I love that thought. What are some other words we don't use while we out there?
Can't.
Okay. And what's your thought behind that?
If you have a mindset that is negative, you will get negative results.
True.
But if you have a positive mindset, you will have positive results.
That's very true.
So a lot of the music that we listen to is praise and worship because sometimes you need that extra push. Yes. And I don't mean that I'm pushing people, but you need that extra push. And most people find that in their faith. So no pun intended, but sometimes when the song come on, I can't give up. No, you can't. You got to keep going. Yes. Or just it'll be right on time for it to come through. So it's just amazing.
Yeah. So we don't use the H word. Yes. We can't say can't. Right. But we use more positive words because that reflects the mindset that we have and therefore the outcome that we have, which is something that we even talk about as well on the podcast as well. Like mindset is the thing. I love talking about the mind and just how the mind works and how the body follows, right? Oh, yes. But we're not here for myself. We're here for you. So, like, if I was to go back in your life, what would you say is the moment in life where you said, okay, I'm about to do this. This fitness company is about to start. It's about to launch. What was that moment that said, it's go time right now?
I was trying to take a nap. Okay. And I keep my remote on the banister at the top. And the TV came on and it was a Penn Foster commercial. And I'm like, I have a diploma. What is this? But get your personal training license. I'm like, I didn't turn the TV on. What is happening here? And I went into CVS. It was around Christmas time. And I bought all of their gingerbread houses because we have a thing at home where we have a gingerbread contest. It's absolutely amazing.
Also, gingerbread is good to eat.
No, gingerbread is good to decorate.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to throw it out there. Throw it out. Get what you can get.
Gingerbread is good to decorate. Yes. And you don't eat the gingerbread houses once you're done. You spray them with hairspray and let them sit up there for a day or two, and then you throw them in the garbage.
Wow, Christmas secrets.
Yes, that's how it works. But did that. I was buying the gingerbread houses. And they say, are you a teacher of some sort? And I'm like, this is the same day. And I'm like, no. She's like, you just look like you would just fill someone up. And I'm like, okay, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to do. That with the passion, and it just continues. And every time I talk to somebody, something health or wellness comes out, whether they know me or not. It's just, it's in me.
Yeah. You're like a walking health billboard, or what's that word where like you look for information, encyclopedia or something like that? Gosh, like you're a health index. And I say that too because I've even used her mental knowledge and things like that. Largely because I had, at one point, I will say, it's like a mild addiction to Mountain Dew. Yes. And I was like loving Mountain Dew. There wasn't a week, I will say that it wasn't a week that I would go by without drinking Mountain Dew. However, we had conversations about the side effects and the long-term long-term detriment
yes.
that Mountain Dew will do to men. And I was like, okay, I can't have this in my life. And so I had to cut it. And I will say I probably drink one maybe every 2 to 3 months, right? Mm-hmm. Which is a large step.
But remember, we had that conversation.
Okay.
You were like, no, I don't think I can do it. But did you die?
I did not die.
Thank you. Were you close to it?
Not at all.
All right.
Not at all. And I can't even use the H word.
There you go.
Because I wasn't that either.
There you go.
You know, just all circles.
Yes.
Circles. Is that how it goes usually, though, when you come in contact with people? Like, just that little bit of information can go a long way with them.
My most infamous story, and really quickly, I was working at the state of Florida, and one young lady came up to me, and she was like, I just need to lose weight. She was believing God for a baby.
Yeah.
Cool, no problem. Well, let's see. She did her journal. Mm-hmm. Soda, mm-hmm. juice. Mm-hmm. I said, well, sweetie, you drinking more than you actually eating. Mm-hmm. Let's trade that out. Mm-hmm. So we started her on just water, and 12 months later, she was down to her goal weight.
Wow. And
she got sick. Back then, this was the real flu.
Okay.
She got sick.
Right.
And she's like, I don't know what's going on. I was like, just go to the doctor and just see what's going on. And she called my desk phone, and she was boohoo crying. I'm just like, okay, what did they say to you that has you crying? Yeah. She was like, I'm pregnant.
Wow.
And I'm just like, wow. Were we trying? What were we doing? You know, because I'd forgotten about what she was believing. Right. And she was like, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, okay, you know, a lot of people get pregnant. You know, that's just something that happens sometime on purpose.
If you do what's necessary, you get pregnant. Right.
But she was like, I couldn't have gotten pregnant with the weight.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
She ended up, both of us ended up leaving, and she actually named her second child Treese.
Wow.
Which is a part of my name.
Yeah.
And I was telling my husband, he's like, you got some kids out there with your name. I was like, hey, you know, it's whatever. But
that's it.
It's just small things that just makes the biggest difference. And when you don't think you can, that's probably when you should.
Oh, that's another line. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna replay that myself. But I did hear you say, even with the journey of her, right, is that it was over a year's period, right? 12 months that she was able to go from where she was to where she wanted to be. And I actually saw something on Instagram, I believe, the other day, and it was a lady doing her fitness journey, just vlogging it type deal, and she was saying how she didn't look at her progress every day, but she looked at it throughout the years, and how that made a more of a lasting impression and a greater impact on her, because it was like, no, like if you look at it every day, it doesn't look like a difference. But how do you go about encouraging your clients and things like that as they progress?
I tell them to look at a day. When you wake up, it's generally, for most of us, still dark. You don't look at the clock every minute to see if the sun is going to come up and set, do you?
Wow.
No. You look at periods of time that's going to go by that's going to give you the result of, hey, I'm off work, it's 4 o'clock. Hey, it's time to go to bed, it's time to take a shower. And you don't just look at the clock, 40, 4:45. You don't do that. So don't do the same thing in your life. Take increments at a time. There was a time, a period where I would cover all of my mirrors.
Okay.
Because I did
before the journey, before the pumping and all of that.
This was during the journey. Okay. Because I would just look and I'm just like, for real? This is, and everybody expects instant results.
That's very true.
And this is something that I came up with a long time ago. If you want to build your character, start a weight loss journey. Start a fitness journey. Because you will learn it takes all of you to get through it. If you want a shortcut, that's probably how you do in life. Now, I'm not saying anybody who does anything different is taking the shortcut, because there are different medical reasons and things behind that. But if you can, again, you should. At least try it. I have people come to me before they have surgery, so forth and so on. And I say, well, you know what? Let's do a year. A year? Well, sweetheart, how long do you think it's going to take you to heal from that surgery? It's going to take you about a year. Give me a year. And some people don't want to do it, and that's absolutely fine. But during that journey, I've had a lot of people say, you know what? I don't need to do this surgery. Why? But they realize what it actually takes and if you're willing to give it. Now, some people in reverse, they need that start, and then they finish on the other side. But there's always two parts to most everything.
Yes.
The part that you're going to do and the part that you're going to get done. And sometimes that part you're going to get done may not be done by you. It may be done in other means.
Yeah.
So it's all in the mindset.
Yeah. Now, what went into your idea behind covering the mirrors in your home?
I didn't need to see it. Again, I didn't need to watch my clock every single day. I needed to see the progress over time. And it came to a point where I was like, I need this mirror. And still to the day, I can live life without a mirror.
Okay.
I'm not one to primp, and I'm not that girly girl.
Yeah, okay.
Some basketball shorts and some workout pants.
Gotcha.
I'm good to go.
You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
You and your boy.
Exactly. Tomboy to the fullest.
That's it. Yeah. But that works. It is funny you said that because we were doing something with Crystal. I was doing something with Crystal on Zoom, and she had like her profile picture is like a younger pictures of us, like when we first got married. I was like, oh snap, like, oh, I was small back then. I thought I was still at the weight that I was back then, but no, I'm definitely not. I'm not in a bad way, but I'm not that way.
Right.
And so I say all that to say, like, how those references could just remind you of where you are, and things like that. But I mean, it's interesting.
I'm glad you said that, because when people go through the course or whatever, I said, well, tell me what you want to look like. And they will give me a picture of someone who is not real.
Okay.
And I'm like, no, give me a picture of what you want to look like, because you didn't start this way, so you can't end that way unless you go do what they did. So I ask people to, if it is a younger version of yourself, use that. Because guess what? If you did it before,
you can do it again.
Now, I ain't gonna say again, you might be able to get back there almost.
Okay.
Almost.
Okay.
Sometimes better.
That's honesty.
Sometimes better, but that metabolism is a wonderful thing.
A little bit different
when it's in full effect.
That's it. When you're in the younger years, it's just blah 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 blah. I remember when it's the metabolism and energy, but then as you grow and as you mature, things do what they do.
Life happens.
I like that. See, there's always a nicer way to go about saying different things. And I even love the idea that you said of people comparing themselves to what they want to be, right? So how do you talk through a client? How do you talk through someone that may be looking at people on Instagram or TikTok or social media or the news or whatever? Like, how do you talk them through the realization that that's them, this is you, this is what I can do for you? Ooh.
This is where the meme Coach Metrice comes out.
Okay.
Or it's interpreted as me being
mean. Yes.
And my real question is, have you ever looked that way? If you haven't, sometimes you may not.
Okay.
Let's set a realistic goal. And sometimes there are different goals in between the ultimate goal.
Yes. Okay.
And therefore we say, okay, I want to do this. We will work on that goal. Once we achieve it, one for the books. Go to the next goal. Once we achieve it, we'll go. And it's going to be in increments, because if you set yourself up, I'm going to be a millionaire tomorrow. Well, unless you win the lottery, that's not going to happen. Odds are not so much.
Not like that.
Exactly. So just setting those small, realistic goals is where it comes into play. And some people don't want to hear the realistic terms. Well, they did it. Okay, that's fine. It took them 17 years to get there. I'm not where I want to be, and I'm still on my own journey. So whether it takes 7 months, 7 years, 17 years, your goal you should always have a goal, and a real one.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So I can't, in 3 months, look like The Rock.
There are ways you can do it. I don't think it's going to be comfortable with the implants and stuff.
Oh, okay. That's the route. Okay.
Yes.
So not naturally.
Not naturally. Not naturally.
I can't drink a bunch of protein. I can't stay in the gym 15 hours. It's not a thing.
No.
Okay.
That's unrealistic.
Okay.
That's when the mean Metrice has to come out and say, not an option.
Okay, maybe like baby Kevin Hart or something.
There you go. There you go.
So there's an option.
But you're a little taller, so it'll be a little different.
That's it. I'm taller. You could leave the little part out, but I'm taller in real life. It may not look like look like she's extraordinary taller than me, but I think we're a little bit closer than what it looks like.
That's all.
Exactly. Yours is strong, which I've been trying to work on
and that's what I'm here to do.
Yeah, I've been working on my. See, it was one point I was like, this what I brought it up because I mean, being around the right people. Which I'm a large part about that, like community and being around the right people, knowing that those that you are around will affect you who you are and the outcome that you'll ultimately have. So, no, you've helped me to perk up.
There you go.
As far as my posture is concerned. So now here's my question: what were the different steps if we were to go back? Right, we'll go to the beginning. What were the different steps that you took to get to where you are today, knowing that you had to form the business, you had to get different licenses, maybe you went about having a social media presence, word of mouth. Like, what was the different routes that you took to get to where you are today?
I had to first marry my passion with education. And that's a part some people miss. So as you mentioned, the certification, and then going through the LLC process and going from there. Now, I have a business that I use, and I do not have a building. I do not have actual structure, because to me, that's a whole nother level.
Correct.
And the one thing about fitness is you can do this if you want to. It's not something that's mandatory.
Right.
So clients are not mandatory. I'm not a grocery store where you have to eat.
Correct.
I am something that if my money funny, I don't have to go.
That's true.
So as far as that goes, I'm still in the process of getting to that point.
Yes.
But once everything is up and running and going from there, we'll definitely open the doors and bust it wide open.
That's it. No, it's cool. Do what you do. People will be there.
Yes.
People will be there. Okay, so you married passion with education. What does that look like?
That was getting my certification for personal training.
Okay.
And the one thing I do is I love learning. If you ask me about something and I don't know, the next time you see me, I'm going to be a little bit more educated on that subject. And that's the one thing I love about life is that the day you stop learning is the day you die. And there's always so much to learn. Technology is advancing. Health is advancing.
Yes.
We're supposed to be living longer. I said supposed to be. We're supposed to be living longer. But with ailments, are you really living?
Wow.
So I just love the fact that I can just continue to learn different methods and learning people. Because what works for you may not work for her or him.
Yes.
And learning the different body types, I'm still learning today. So getting to that point is actually pretty cool. Yeah. No, that's cool.
And even if you were to speak to somebody that is looking to even start this journey, looking to even want to be a personal trainer or even have a facility, or just even want to help people on their fitness journey, be it fitness or nutrition, what would you say to them? What are some different things that you would have for them to look out for, to do, to prepare for, to be prepared for? Like, that's a loaded question, but more than anything, you're helping the person that's coming up, that is sitting on the couch, that had the faults that you have, and that infomercial is playing, right? But they turned it off. However, you're here, you're speaking to them now. What would you say to them?
First, start with yourself, because if you don't know what the journey is, how can you tell others what to expect? And you have to do that work on yourself and identify the different characteristics that it takes to get through there. Because from me, in fact, even last year, I was 179 pounds. September. I'm now 148.
Okay.
I had to work through all of that. So when I go through my clients and they're telling me it's hard, I know, sweetheart, but guess what? It can be done. You're able to say, I was in that place. Now, I've never been completely obese without being pregnant. Well, that doesn't even count. But I've never been obese, so I can't tell you that struggle, but I can tell you the struggle that I've been through, and I can say it can be done. So that is the first thing and foremost, because if you can't do it, how do you expect someone else to?
Okay. No, I dig that. That goes a long way. And I look at that in a grand scheme of things, but I love that idea. Now, on the last interview that I did with Gamage, he was talking about pricing. Not asking for your price or anything like that, but what went into the pricing structure that you have?
I didn't want to limit myself to women, but then I realized if I can get the person who runs the household, if I can get the person who everyone looks to do something, then the whole family will come. And I want to be affordable. I don't want one or two clients that's going to pay me $1 million a year.
Yes.
I want to be affordable to the everyday person. I was a single mother of 4 for quite some time. I couldn't afford a personal trainer.
Yes.
I want to be that person that you can come to and say, hey, look, My will and my way is here. My finances are not.
Okay.
And we can work something out.
Right.
And that's where I am with it today. That's why this will never make me rich. No, it will make me wealthy. Because at the end of the day, my paycheck doesn't get me into heaven.
Yeah.
Me, who I help and get through things, is what's going to get me there. So it's not so much as money, but I just want to be affordable to the everyday person. Because at the end of the day, you may not be able to pay for this and that, but you shouldn't have to pay for it in your health. So I just want to make sure that even if I'm just a household name, I'm fine with that. You know, just around Tampa, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Because at the end of the day, did I help you or did I hurt you? And if I price myself out of the market, am I hurting you? So that's where I am with pricing.
Yeah, no, I dig that.
But you gonna get more than what you pay for.
There it is. There it is. Now, you do fitness, right? The physical side of things, but you also do nutrition. Is that something that you've always done, or is that something now that you've started to tap into? Well,
we are now tapping into that because you need to marry your nutrition with your fitness. As we alluded to earlier, you can eat horrible and work out for an hour and they're never going to match. So if you want the results you want to, I have to also teach you how to eat. And actually this morning we had our nutrition course, which is something we do the last Saturday of each month. We come to my house, we cook, and it's just a healthier version of what it is that's already out there. And it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. So
nah, I dig that. Which I'm about healthy food. I garden myself and things like that. So I definitely love that. I'm definitely learning more and more about that, and even healthier foods. I mean, that's even like a thing. And there's a lot of foods out there in the stores that says and has various labels, but aren't really as healthy as they portray or market themselves to be, which is very interesting. And so that's a whole nother conversation that we could even dive into. But I love nutrition and things like that. Even if I eat wrong, right? I know that I'm eating wrong, right?
And the mindset. But we're talking about labels in the sermon series right now. And when you think about it, what is a label? It's to tell you what's in it, right?
True.
In spinach, do you need to know what's in it?
That's a tricky one. It depends.
It came from the ground. It came from the earth. Right. So guess what? If you replant it, what are you going to get?
Spinach.
All right. If I go get some Doritos, not calling nobody out specifically. If I go get some Doritos.
I did that yesterday.
It's okay.
Red bag. Oh, they were so good too. All crumbling on my fingers. Okay, talk to me.
If I plant a Dorito, what am I going to get?
Nothing.
A bunch of ants.
Yeah, at best. Yeah.
So you can feed yourself to fuel yourself.
Okay.
You feed yourself life. What will you get?
Life.
Labels are generally something to warn you.
Okay.
Something to help you to be aware of what the contents is.
Wow.
Yes. When it doesn't have a label, what does it really tell you? It's
safe. It's life.
Think about it.
It's edible. Wow. So is that a part of the conversation that you have with your clients? Is that's eye-opener, right? That helps you decide what to eat and what not to eat immediately.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So where are you in the scope of like food? Are you like, do you eat meat? Do you not eat meat? Vegetarian? Like where are you at with those things?
I do not eat red meat. I actually had a stroke a few years ago, so I stopped eating the red meat. Okay. So I eat chicken, fish, turkey. Yes. Mostly vegetables because again I want to feed myself life because I want to keep living.
There it is.
But yes, I don't eat a lot of processed foods. If you ever see me at a fast food, it's because that is the last ditch effort I have to just put something in the tank. Okay. But I always try to plan so that I don't have to react.
Okay, that's nice. No, that's good. And that's very true. Especially like taking food to lunch. It's so much easier and so much better than when you're actually hungry and you're like, I need to eat right now. And obviously you end up in places that can make food the fastest, which is not the most ideal food to put into your body, right? And so, you end up. So what's that saying again? I plan so I don't.
So you don't fail.
So I don't fail.
But I tell my children.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Everything that's easy and always good for you.
Very true. Very true. That's.
On so many different
I was about to say that spreads the spectrum, right? Especially talking to your boys. I understand that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if you can go through a drive-through and just order even the Lord's chicken.
Oh, don't take it.
Yes, I'm not taking it. I'm just saying inspect what you expect.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to look for the labels.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm going to look for the labels. So you said sometimes you'll get French fries because you like French fries. Is there like a healthier fast food French fry out there?
No.
Okay. They're all the same.
No, they're not all the same. I will don't disrespect it.
That's very true. Because I know some that grease was bad. We ain't gonna call them out because won't nobody coming for us, right? But I do.
Yes.
I'm with that. All fries aren't made the same.
No, they're not.
All greases aren't the same.
But you think about it. If you grab a potato, which where French fries are derived from, you cut it, season it up, put it in the air fryer. Guess what? You done burn some calories doing all of that. So when you're going to eat them French fries, and I'm talking to myself right now.
Okay. We listening.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a whole thing. It's not about what you do.
Yes.
It's how you do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I run to get the Lord's chicken and I get it and I run back home, am I right?
I don't know if you might not make it back home with all that grease.
You're right. You're right. I might walk home.
Yeah, you might.
Okay. But, I like that, though. I like the overall idea of what you were saying. I ain't going to try to twist and turn because that's what we're going to do. We as people, but especially as clients, we'll try to find a way.
Oh, yes.
Like this, but this, what about this, but what about that, but what about this?
I have one client ask me, I fried some chicken, but I took the skin off. Is it still fried chicken?
Ooh. Wow. That's funny because that's how I eat chicken. So, I already know. I know the answer to that, but I see where they would go.
Yeah.
I see where they would
go. They
were
trying to be great.
Right.
Access denied.
It's
still fried chicken.
Oh, it's still fried chicken. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because I don't eat the skin. And,
I don't eat skin either.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Welcome. I'm picked on around this house.
I eat chicken with a fork. I'm picked on all the time.
Yeah. I haven't gone that far yet. If I'm using sauces, I may use it, but okay. We don't eat the skin. Okay. When I used to eat pork bacon, I didn't eat the fat on the bacon. I would peel the meat off and leave the fat, and then now people come around and say, "Oh, the fat is to where all the flavor is," and they will get it. I used to think that was disgusting. I still think people who eat the skin on chicken is disgusting. Personally,
roasts are great. And this is how I think about food. Just as my personal way I think about it. A roast is great. When it comes out of the oven, it's sizzling and it has all the juices and the bottom of the pan has all that extra stuff. True.
That's love.
Put it in the refrigerator. Oh. Your body is the refrigerator. What does that look like?
Oh, it looks bad.
The coagulation of all of that. Right. That's what's happening on the inside of your body.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's how good. I think of stuff.
About it, right.
And I don't need that.
No.
I can do without that.
Yeah, because then when you heat it up, then it just melts down, and you think it's nice and great, but it's gonna do that in your body.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, you have so much information. Right, and I love the different perspectives that you have about things that even help towards getting better and to doing better. So what are the different ways that people can come in contact with you and associate with a New Me Fitness? But then even if they want to tap into information, like how can they get in contact with you?
I am available at a New Me Fitness _. On Instagram.
Boom.
Coach Metrice on Facebook.
Boom. And
Coach Metrice at Gmail for email purposes.
Now, I'll definitely put all of that in the description, both on the podcast as well on YouTube. Now, let me ask this question before we go. If there's somebody that isn't in the Tampa Bay area, knowing that that's where we are, but they're saying, I want to plug in with who you are, what you do, and allow for you to help me on my fitness journey, what are some different things that you two can do?
Oh, I do have a client that I do remote workouts with.
Nice.
So I am available for remote workouts, meal plans, things of that nature. So if there's a will on your side, we'll make a way to make it happen. Just reach out.
Nice. No, I love that. That's cool. Right? Is there anything else that you want to say before we go? Is there anything else that you want to share? Anything that you're like, oh my goodness, I wish I say this on the podcast, on this interview. However, I haven't said it yet. The floor is yours.
Actually, no, this has been great.
Mm-hmm.
I think I hit all aspects of everything it is that I do. But if I miss something and you have a question, just reach out to me about it.
Boom. Okay. All right. Well, she's availed herself to you, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you do partake in it. A new Me Fitness with Coach Metrice is going to help you, is going to benefit you, and going to take you to where you want to be. Now, do you have a tagline with a new Me Fitness? Like, is there like a tagline that you say with it, or?
No, but there is one thing. I don't want everyone to be a size 4. That's not an option. I'm not a size 4. Okay. I just want you to be healthy and to love the skin that you're in. So that's my only thing. So again, if there's a will, we'll try to make a way.
Boom. And just like that, great people, we love you all. We appreciate you all. And we will see you on the next episode. Peace.